Hello everyone, welcome back to iFarouq the Dev channel. Today I'm so glad to bring new useful episode to you. The episode I call it How To. How To is a new episode that will guide and help you know how to make some certain things that you may not be able to do it or don't know how to. So in this episode, I'll try to bring some things that I'm sure it will help you and make your work a lot more easier. And if you have anything in your mind, do not hesitate to reach out to me and talk to me about anything you wanted to know how to do it. So the first episode here I brought is how to make an indicator of every current page. This indicator will help the user know what page he is currently on. Like you can see on this text editor, I'm currently on my index.php, which indicated that I'm on this page by highlighting it this dark background. And if I exit the file, the highlight is going to be gone. As you see now, the highlight is normal. And if I click on the file, the highlight will be back again. Let's assume if I create new file about as.php, you see it indicated I'm on about, and the same thing will happen if I'm on index.php. So this is what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's dive in and see how it's going to work. First of all, I'm going to use Bootstrap menu to make our work a lot more easier. This is the menu I'm going to use. I'm going to copy this menu and paste it between our body tag. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need it. And I'm going to change this to how to / current page. Alright. And this about us .php about us, and this is going to be contact us, right? Contact us .php, although I haven't created the file yet. So I'm going to do it now. Contact us.php. Okay. What I'm going to do next is create, call a container, imagine top 5 and 1. This is a home page. I'm going to copy the code and paste it into other two pages, about page and the contact page. The next to do before I refresh my page is to link the Bootstrap file with the external link, which is here, about page and the index page. Okay, let's take a look. Here it is, and this background should be dark. So to do that, I'm going to add some new classes here under nav. I'm going to say bg dark and data bs theme dark as well. Okay, I'm going to copy this and paste it in the two other pages. Okay, if you realize something here, this home is highlighted with brighter color while the other pages didn't. You see, they haven't. So we have two ways to make this work. The first way is using Bootstrap active class. If we get rid of it and refresh our page here, we'll notice the highlight here has gone, and if I put it back, it will be back again. You see. So this is what I'm talking about. And the second method is we can still use Bootstrap color. For instance, I can say text danger, and it's going to work. You see, it worked. And after this, we can also use style attribute. To use it, I'm going to say style equal design color red. Okay, you see it still works. So these are the three ways that we can make this work. So how it's going to work, we have like 3 to 4 options. Option 1, to use long hard using if and else statement, and option 2, to use ternary operation, is also if and else statement but in shorthand. And the third method is to use function, which is much easier and even shorter than the other two methods. So I'm going to apply the first one, which is very long, that has multiple of lines of code. How we are going to use this is using server global variable. I'm going to show you how we are going to identify our URL or the page we are currently on. To do that, I'm going to bring out the server information here using this. Done. This pre-tag is going to help us break down the lines instead of to echo the results kind of unreadable way. It's readable, but it's very hard to understand. Sorry, that. Let's take a look. Back to our homepage. You see, this is our server information in array format. Okay, what we are looking for is here. This is what we are looking for. Sorry, this request URL. If you take a look here, this result here is the same with this how to / current page, and if you take a look here, it's the same thing with this. So this is exactly what we are looking for. Alright, so what we are going to do here is to use this array, replace it down here. I'm going to say server square bracket inside square bracket and save it, then I'll refresh my page. You see, this is what it printed out for us. So this is what we are looking for, and this is what we are going to use to identify the page we are currently on. So to do that, this is the method I said I'm going to use, if and else statement. If this URL, the URL is going to be this. If our current URL is this, then what we are looking for is to use, as I said, we are going to use this. So Bootstrap active file echo this. And else we want it to print this for us, only nav link class without active. So this is what we are going to use. So I can also make it in one single line like this, since we are embedding it in our anchor tag under class attribute. Alright, so this is it. I'm going to copy it and paste it inside our class. But before then, we are going to declare PHP tag and paste it. Okay, I'm going to refresh my page and take a look. See, it works. We are currently on home page, and we click on this and it works perfectly as we are expecting it to work. Let's get rid of this active class here to see if it's going to really work. Okay, you see the highlight has gone, and see, it's gone. This is what I'm talking about. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, then I'm going to copy this conditional statement and paste it in here, also here. I'm going to copy the code my code, and it works. we are on homepage. That's why the entire menu highlighted. To rectify that, I'm going to change the link from homepage to different pages about us.php and contact us.php. The same thing, the remaining two pages. Alright, now refresh my pages. It's work and it's working. It's not that big deal. Alright, so this is it. This is our first method using long term of if and else statement. The second method we are going to use is using ternary operation. Ternary operation is shorthand of if and else statement, and this ternary operation don't need this echo. In that case, we are going to get rid of it. So if we get rid of it, what we are going to replace it with is simple. What we are going to replace it with is just an equality sign. We are going to change this PHP and replace it with equality sign. But even if we do that here, it's not going to work. What will happen is it's going to give us a syntax error because ternary operation doesn't work that way. So let's take a look and see for ourselves. We are on contact page. You see, syntax error unexpected token if. This if statement, we are going to get rid of it and replace it with the ternary operation method. So how are we going to do that? To change this if and replace it with the one we said ternary operation, we are going to change this if and with question mark right after our query here. Question mark. So this is our if, which is the question we are asking. If this request URL equals to this current URL, this is what is going to happen. So we don't need this anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. This as well, and this one also. So this is it. We take care of our if statement. So the next to take care of is else. So if we delete our else here, what we are going to need to replace the else statement with is also simple. It's just colon. We can replace else with colon, and we don't need this termination. So what we are saying here is, if our this request URL equals to this URL, then we are going to echo this class navlink and active. And else, if our request URL is not this, then we just need to echo this class without an active class. So that's how it's working. And I'm going to get rid of this and replace it with our new method. This we don't need it, and we don't need this as well. Okay, so this is it. Let's take a look and see if it's really working. I refresh my page, you see it work. Very, very simple and easy to understand. So this is it. In that case, I'm going to copy this and replace it. This and this. Okay, getting back to our home page, about and contact us. You see, it's working perfectly as it should be. So the next and final method is function. Function is going to make our work here a lot more easier and very understandable, and it's going to reduce the number of code here, which is going to get rid of this and minimize it to simple and little code. But to do that, I'm going to need another new file, and I'm going to call it functions. Okay. So what I'm going to need here is to create a new function using the keyword function. I'm going to call it URL and say return. What I'm going to return here is this server request URL and this entirely, I guess. So I'm going to paste it here. But if we work it this way, it's not going to work with the other pages like about and status. It's just going to identify the home page, which is not good practice. So in order to hard code our value here, I'm going to change it with the new variable. I can call it the URL. So I'm going to use it here. Okay, this variable here is going to collect the value from each of any these three files for us, pass it to this variable. So this variable is going to compare it with this current URL and see if it's really the URL we are looking for, and if it's not, then it's going to print false. So the next to do here is to link my function file with the other three files. To do that, I'm going to open PHP tag query functions PHP. So I'm going to replace this line of code with just single function. I'm going to call our function here URL. If you take a look here, our function here is URL. So I'm going to call it and paste our code here. This is the value we are passing from this page to our function here. If this value passed to this variable, then this variable will pass it to this variable and compare the URL we receive with the current URL we have. If we did it right, it's going to work. So let's take a look. Our home page, you see it highlighted, which shows it's working perfectly. Okay, I'm going to copy this and replace it with the other two links. Okay, I'm going to save this and change this to about.php, and this one also contact us.php. Okay. Then I'm going to copy the code and paste it in the about us, and I'm going to replace this one as well. Okay, let's take a look. But hold on, I did not link the file here yet. Now I do. Okay, let's take a look. Homepage, about, and contact. So that's it, and you see it's really working perfectly. The only thing we do is just one single line of code. Our function, the URL we want, and the result we want to apply if the condition is true, and the other results we want to apply if the condition is false. So that's it. And the other method I have told you about to change the style of the link you are currently on, we can use either of the three. But we already used the first method, which is Bootstrap active class, and the second method is Bootstrap text color or Bootstrap background color, and the third method is style attribute. So I'm going to use the style attribute here and leave you with the second method. So what I'm going to do here is to paste this here and change this with the styling I wanted to use. Okay, style equals to color red. Okay, let's take a look. I'll refresh my page and come back here. So yeah, I'm about. It's not going to work because it's about. In that case, I'm going to copy this again, use it in here. Okay, let's take a look. You see, it worked. So you can change the color however you wish to change it using Bootstrap classes or using style attributes, anyhow you want it to be, or any one is more simpler and easier for you to apply. I also can change it from color to background color like this. Background color, I want it to be red. You see, it works. So I'm going to leave the remaining method for you. The second method, which is using Bootstrap style to use color or background color, whatever you want, and the other method, which is style I have shown you just now. So you can try your own way and see if you really understand what I have taught here. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you do, kindly like and share it with your friends, and please drop a comment to let me know how you feel about this episode. And also, if you have anything in mind that you want to share with us, something that you don't know how to do it or how to apply it on your work, kindly call my attention. You can drop a comment down below. I promise to check and give you a response, or through any of my handles in the description down below. I will try my best to help and guide you through. So thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, always make hope and never give up.